Hey guys, and welcome to the chapter and theory of this course. In this course, we're going to we're going to make some textures for the cabinets. All right, now we have two types of cabinets: bottom cabinets and top cabinets, and also some tops that same as are tiles. So I'm going to copy the material from tiles, but for the cabinets we need to make some woods and paint on top and a little bit of damage, and also some plastic for the fitting or fits, and also the metal for handles. So let's delete this base paint layer, default paint layer, and as always we need to create folders, because inside the cabinet material we have some UV tiles, UDIM tiles. Let's see the UDIM tiles. Yep, we have 3 cabinets here, and tops with the dummy tops, and also some fabrics, and the sink, and I guess, yep, those are the handles, facet and sink. Yep. All right, now let's go back by hitting F2, and let's break the model to, I guess, 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 or 5 section. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 1 for cabinet down, cabinet up, or maybe let's go and 1 for woods, 1 for sink and facet, and 1 for metal parts, and also fabric. All right, let's give them a color, and let me go to tile filter or tile mask, exclude all. For the woods, let's add these 3 parts. For the sink, exclude all and include sink with facet. For the metallic part, let's go here, exclude all, and yeah, they all in the same tile, so they're masking easily. So, and fabric, exclude all. All right, let's start with the woods, and as always we're going to start with the height. First of all, let me create a material, a tester material, and grab one of these textures, and we find a nice texture, something like this, and tile it a few times and test our model, our UV direction. This seems to be in correct direction, all of them except maybe this one. All right, so let me delete this from base color, and for this material let me name that base height. Right, alt and click on height, add a little bit of positive height, and black mask, fill layer to the base height. Inside fill layer, let's go and find a kind of Add soft detailed grunge. Let's go up. I guess we have something up here. Yeah, something like this. Let me find one. Maybe it's good. And rotate that 90 degree. And maybe a 0.5 on the repeat. Let me go back to base height, add a little more height to see this clearly. Yeah, we have some issues with the projection. So let's go back to grayscale, put that on triplanar. Now let's go back to one tile, repeat, and invert. Alright, not bad. Let's add a little bit of variation. Oh, I guess if I break the tiling and one for this direction and less, something like 0.8, yeah, it's going to act as directional warp or directional blur. Alright, now let's go to base height, maybe make it less obvious. Alright, add a fill layer on top, not level, a fill layer on top of the previous fill layer. Let's go and find a something like maybe this. I wanted something directional, not as fine as the previous one. Maybe this one. Let's try this. Alright, now set the projection to triplanar. Tile it a couple of times. Alright, maybe more. 6 times, and let's drag and drop it behind this layer, and let me drop the opacity of top layer. Yeah, we have some randomness going on here. That's good. Alright. Now, let's go and add a anchor point to use this height inside the color value. And let's go and add another height. Control D on this layer and delete all of them. Maybe that's fine height or fine tails. Alright, now let's see here in this direction of light. Alright, let me go and grab a, let me see what we have here. Maybe something like this. Add a black mask. It's already have a black mask, so add a fill layer and drag and drop this one. Triplanar, maybe 6 times. Repeat, and let's go and make it less obvious. And maybe go to height channel, drop down a little bit from here, maybe 50. Looking good. Now we need to add some edge damage. Alright, so grab another one, or maybe duplicate the previous one. Control D and let me call that height or edge damage. Edge damage, and add a fill layer to the black mask. Let's use our baked curvature. The cabinet is here. Alright, now let's hold Alt and click on the mask. Add a level on top of the fill layer. Invert the effect, or maybe not. Let's play with the slider to find the edges. Alright, good for now. Add a filter and choose the blur slope. We need to have more divider and more intensity. Alright, now we have our edges selected. And also, you can invert the effect. I guess the inverted version is better, so let's go to level and hit invert. Now we have a little bit of dent here at the edges. More blur. Alright. And now, if you want, you can replace the height. So let's go and change the blending mode of height to replace or multiply or not. Let's use the linear dodge add. Alright, now let's go and add a anchor point. The name is damage mask, and another anchor point for fine details. Alrighty then. Now let's create a folder, call that height, and drag and drop it inside the height. Alright, that's good. Let me review one more time all of the masks. Alright, that's good. Let's go to level. Make that a bit darker. Something like this. This mask, it's a little bit too big, so let's go here. Maybe 10 times. Alt click on this mask, and yeah, looking good. Alright, it's good enough for now. Alright, let's add colors. 1, 2, 3. Alt color. Those are dummies. I'm just testing the anchor points. So let's add this color. Something reddish and something bluish and something greenish. And let's go and add black mask and fill layer to all of them. Black mask and fill layer, another black mask and another fill layer. Alright, inside the fill layers, let's go and click on grayscale, go to anchor points, and for now, base height. For red one, and anchor point of detail fine. Alright, and anchor point for where is it, the edge damage. Alright, now in here we can go to levels and invert the anchor point to target only these areas. Right, that's looking good. Let's go to height, maybe in this fine details. Play with balance a little bit. And this grunge, less contrasty. Also the top one. Alright. That's detaily enough. And this second fine detail grunge, let's break the connection and make it something vertical. Yeah, maybe 25. Repeat in this direction, 10 on the other direction. Yeah, it's good. But it's really noticeable, the repeating patterns. So, and let's go and maybe add another from one that's coming from the fine detail, I guess. Yeah, the blue one. The blue one is the detailed. So let's go and inside the detailed add another fill layer, and let's find another grunge, or simply hit Ctrl D on grunge, copy that, and let's go and grab your gizmo. Oh, it's not overwriting that, so let's go and change the grayscale to something similar, but maybe this one. I guess I need to add some paint and subtract here. Let me find a brush. Maybe some brush like, oh, it's not loading. Yeah, something like this. All right, now it's not going to work, so let's delete that and delete the other one. Let's hit Ctrl D, copy one of the detail, and let's go and move that here. Add a paint, not paint layer, a paint mask on top, subtract again, and paint some of these areas. And also we need to make a copy of this layer, change the, I need to change the anchor point name, so let's go to second blue color and use this mask instead. Alright, let me change some of this pattern, repeat, and paint maybe here, and here on the draw doors. Also on top, it's really noticeable, so they break the pattern like so. Alright, now this is good for now. In the next part, we're going to add colors and also roughness.